What's up guys, I didn't make a video in the last weeks, but today I'm coming back with an interesting topic. Today we will answer the question, if K-pop is a pipeline into an Asian fetish, at least we will try to answer it. You can write your own opinion in the comments and don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. So let's get into it. Before I will try to answer the question, let me explain what an Asian or racial fetish is first. I took this definition from Wikipedia, so you can look up the whole article if you want to read more about the historic details. So an Asian fetish usually refers to a strong sexual or romantic preference towards Asians, more specifically of East or Southeast Asian descent. Here's the article if you want to read more. Wait, that's unfortunate. So let's get into the main topic now. Why do I even make this video? Basically because I think that the topic of this video is at least partially true. Of course this video is about non-Asian K-pop fans because you can't have a fetish for your own ethnicity, I think. Also, I want to self-reflect a little bit with this video, since there must be a reason why all of my friends believe that I find every Asian girl we see on the streets attractive. They even gave me a customized pre-workout for my birthday where they called me out. But don't worry, you don't have an Asian fetish just because you find an idol attractive. I mean, they are supposed to be according to the industry standards at the moment. The real problem arises when you start seeing every Asian person as someone special and start being overly attracted to them in a weird way. As an example, a short story that happened to me. I was in the city with some people I knew, and this happened when I didn't listen to K-pop yet. We were sitting in a restaurant and were chatting, and then two Asian individuals walked in and they were pretty normal looking. I don't mean it in any disrespectful way, but they just looked like people you see on the streets every day. And the people I was with started staring at them. They were also whispering something to each other, but I couldn't understand it. If you looked at them, you could clearly see that they were attracted to them in some way. But the vibe was just a little bit weird, and something like that happened more often over the day. For most people, if you find someone attractive on the streets, you maybe take a look at them, maybe say something to their friends, but the whole vibe in this situation was really weird. Also, if you are at some K-pop events, like concerts or whatever, some people are staring very weirdly at the Asian attendants. But what part does K-pop play in all of that? We are getting influenced by the media we consume if we want or not. As an example, just look at the Eagle epidemic we had on social media. Suddenly, a lot of young gamers were into them and it was a huge trend overall. Or the whole mommy trend, a lot of it started on social media. I didn't find a study that directly supports my theory, but there are enough that state how social media influence our dating behavior and other parts of our thinking. So it's not a big stretch that the media also can influence our taste when looking for a partner on a visual or ethnic level. Of course, you're not going to look at a K-pop edit on TikTok and suddenly you have a fetish. I believe that's a longer process. The fan culture in K-pop also has a part in that, in my opinion. A lot of fans are basically seeing the idols as this perfect image of beauty and whatnot, which they can of course, but sometimes I think it can get out of hand. This sometimes even deification of idols over the long run can maybe influence the way a person sees people of similar ethnic backgrounds. I mean, if you take a look at the K-pop fans that are clearly having a fetish towards Asian people, it seems like most of them are more on the hardcore side. In my opinion, it is not the furthest stretch to say that being a hardcore K-pop fan can lead to an Asian fetish more than most other things. I mean, there's a reason why the term Korean boo is mainly associated with K-pop fans. Of course, not all K-pop fans have an Asian fetish and it is not bad to have a preference, but it's important to see when the line is crossed. If you only want to date Asian people, you may have a problem and should seek help, even if I don't know where you could get it. In a poll from the Are You Interested dating platform, all ethnic backgrounds except Asians responded the most to Asian women. And Asian women responded the most to white men and Asian men the most to Latino women. So at least for Asian women we can say both sides are interested. But with that we can conclude that there's a general attraction towards Asian women. But we are not going to talk about why that is because that's not the topic of the video. And of course it's just one poll from one side, so take it with a grain of salt. But let's talk about what all of this does to Asian people. I mean, would you like to be reduced to your ethnic background? Something you can't change and have no influence over? I think most people wouldn't like that. Imagine if you can't be sure that someone is dating you because they like you, or maybe you just fall into their perfect image that they have of your ethnicity. The doubt some Asian women especially must have that guys want to date them for who they are on a personal level seems no fun at all. There are also more and more social media accounts where apparently Asian dudes talk about white dudes getting together with Asian girls and that the kids are going to have no real identity and are racial shaming them and in general hating on Asians. Those guys are just racist on another level, they should just chill out and maybe stop denying the identity of mixed people. Where I come from, something like that works out most of the time. We live in a globalized world and there will be more and more mixed people of different backgrounds, and that wouldn't be a problem if people just stop being racist and saying shit. What are your opinions on this topic? Do you think it is less of a problem than I actually make it out to be, or do you think it is even worse? If you have any personal experience or stories, feel free to write them in the comments. You can also join my Discord, link is in the description. I will try to upload more again, but until then, don't forget to stand Dreamcatcher and Purple Kiss. Bye.